Yes, hi team. Good morning, everyone. We'll start our JavaScript webinar session. So let us have the 2 hours of session and we'll fully go through this JavaScript. Okay, so already we have seen in the current ongoing batch JavaScript. Today's session I will explain in depth and more detail about JavaScript and the use cases also. So next, today I just come up with a predefined notes to avoid uh, time waste. Okay, and I will share you the notes. Okay, so if I, unlike in the sessions, if I declare a class, the nodes on the session, it will take a time. Okay, that's what I'm come up with the nodes. So next, let me explain and start about what is a JavaScript. So what is a JavaScript? So hope we know JavaScript is a scripting language. So our JavaScript is a scripting language to develop user interactable web applications. Okay, so the main purpose of a JavaScript to develop a web applications. How many types of web applications? We have different types of web applications are there. Web applications, Windows applications, mobile applications, networking applications like your WhatsApp, okay, data science, okay, artificial intelligence, embedded systems, so many types of applications. Out of all these applications, our JavaScript are purely using in the web applications. But nowadays we are using the mobile applications React Native. Nowadays we are using the mobile application React Native. There also we are using the JavaScript. Okay, so now the JavaScript becomes a server side technology also. Earlier JavaScript is the client side technology, but now the JavaScript is the server side technology. How, anybody? So nowadays we are having the Node.js. Am I correct? Currently you are having the Node.js. So this Node.js was purely developed on a top of a JavaScript. Your Node.js was developed purely on a top of a JavaScript. So now the JavaScript is the client side and as well as server side technology. But still, as per the definition of a JavaScript, it is the client side scripting language. But in the server side, like .NET, like Python, like Java, you are can able to use the JavaScript in the Node.js to develop a server-side applications. Okay, so what is mean by server-side applications? If I say three-tier architecture, any applications in the web application or mobile, we need to be follow the three-tier architecture. So in the three-tier user interface, server-side or middleware, next database. Here in the server-side middleware also we are using the JavaScript in the Node.js and the Express.js. Okay, about these details fully we'll see about in a man stack how to create a server. So next, so our JavaScript is a very lightweight scripting language. Sir, why so lightweight scripting language? So what is mean by lightweight? For example, nowadays you can able to see. So now, for example, nowadays you can able to see lightweight laptops, lightweight mobiles. What is mean by like? Just a carrying. So like this in the computer also. Okay, for example, I am a 30 kgs person. Just I'm taking as a one person who is the weight is the 30 kgs. How he can able to, how much amount of weight he can able to carry? Equivalent to himself, not more than that one, but equivalent himself is the two difficulty. So mostly a person weight he little more than half. Okay, 50 kgs person can able to lift up to the 30 kgs, 25 plus the 5. Okay, so like this, just think about 10 years back systems. Our JavaScript was developed in which is the year 1995 by Brennan H. Okay, in the 1995. Just think about the systems earlier, 5 years, 10 years back. What is the RAM size? KBs, right? So in the KB system, 1024 KB. That much of a low weight RAMs has to be load this JavaScript. So JavaScript should be a lightweight. That's it. Okay. So next, JavaScript is what type of compilation it is using? Interpreted. Sir, what is mean by interpreted? I will show you practically. So here I'm having the sample application. Okay. So what is mean by interpreted? So see here, just observe here. Okay. So let me click on here. Okay. It is firing. So next, let me press F10. So interpreted means see, just it is executing and then it is going to the next line. Interpreted or just in time compilation means runtime compilation. Okay, so it will execute the code line by line. So for example, you are having 100 lines of a code. JavaScript will execute the line by line code, that too at a runtime. So in the interview, it is one of the most important interview question. So what is mean by JIT? Just in time compiled. So JIT is nothing but at the runtime, the code will be compiled. See here. Here, if I click on something, you can able to see the notice. Okay. Next, I just loaded this website. Here, you can able to notice something. I'm just log in here. You can able to notice something. Okay. But it is a pre-compiled team. No, this is not my pre-compiled team. So how this will be compiled? So this is my plain JavaScript. Okay. So whenever JavaScript is loaded into the browser, same instance, it will be converted to mission code and as well as mission code to human understandable. Any programming language, if you take any programming language, first it is converted to the mission code. So mission code once zeros, and then it will be converted to back to the human understandable code. Okay, na? So JavaScript, once it is loaded into the browser, in the JavaScript there is a JIT. Sir, where is this JIT? Currently you are using a Chrome, right? The Chrome internally will have the JIT, just in time compiler. For example, you know the .NET, you know the Java. In your Java, how you are creating a jar files? By using the compilation. There is a two types of compilations. Okay, na? So next, in the .NET, you are creating a DLL. So in the Python, you are creating a package file. Okay, so all these are nothing but a compilation. But this jar or DLL package will be compiled by the Visual Studio or by the Eclipse or by the PyCharm. Okay, Nati? So here you are using the just-in-time compiler. So this just-in-time compiler is the inbuilt in the browser. So browser will be compiled. Clear? So tomorrow they will ask a question, what is the JIT? JIT is nothing but a just-in-time compiler. It is used to compile the JavaScript from your JavaScript code to mission to browser understandable. So browser understand to human understandable. So this JIT is a part of a Chrome. Just to give the answer like this. Okay, so interpretation means it will execute line by line. So how many programming languages are interpreted? One is the JavaScript, second one is the Python. Python also coming in the year of 1990, 89, 80, 90, 89 it was started, 93 is out. Okay, I mean out in the sense it is coming to the outside world. Okay, so next JavaScript follows the first class of functions. So JavaScript follows this first class functions. So this first class functions I will explain you after some time. Okay, so when I explain the functions, so just JavaScript follows the first class functions. Next, the first class functions concept is only in the JavaScript and Python. So what is meant by first class functions? I will explain it. Our JavaScript is the prototyped. For example, already created an object. I want to extend it simply by using the prototype. You can able to extend object. We'll see it. Okay, na? So if you want to work this JavaScript, what is the versions? For example, if I ask a question, so .NET version, React.js version, what is the current version? Okay, what is the current version of Angular? You know something, 19.4, 20th version. Okay, so React.js 20th version, 16.8 version, we're having the React.js hooks. So like this, so your JavaScript follows the ECMAScript versions, ES1, ES2, ES5, ES6. After ES6, it is simply calling the JavaScript 20, 21, 22. Okay, like this. If I want to work with this JavaScript, there are the three ways I can able to add this one. Okay, so this JavaScript I can able to add in a three ways, either inline or internal, next external. So what is mean by inline, internal and external? So let me explain you with the predefined. So see here. Okay, so here this is called inline. So what is mean by inline? Within the line, same like a CSS, you can able to add within the line. In the on click, here I'm writing, this is called inline. What is mean by internal? Creating a function, creating a script within the same file. See here, this is called internal. Okay, so creating some logic within the same file is called the internal. Okay, so next, what is mean by external? Creating a separate JavaScript file and giving a reference of that JavaScript file in current JavaScript file and consuming is called external. So what is the benefit of this one? Inline means no benefit for that person it will be used. Okay. So person is inline person means he can able to use by himself. He is not used for any other person. Internal means within that Java, within that HTML file, you can able to use it. Okay. Within this file, I can able to use this function wherever I want. External means, so in the real time, we need to use the external. So by the external, what is the benefit? So by the external, the benefit here it is, you can able to share this file in other JavaScript files also, other HTML files also. One JavaScript can be shared in other JavaScripts or HTML. Okay, clear? So these are the three ways: inline, internal, and external. Okay. Next, if I want to add some, so if I want to add some content to HTML by using the JavaScript, how many ways we can do? Either by using the inner HTML. Okay. So if I want to use the inner HTML, I need to use document.getElementById. Okay. So if I want to write a document here, I can able to write the document. Next, I want to show some alert. I want to add some console. Alert is nothing but if you want to add some validations, if you want to show some success message, we'll use the alert. Okay, right? So next, what is the purpose of a console.log? The main purpose of a console.log is nothing but you need to be log something in the developer tool. So here, once we right click, here you can able to see some developer tools. There, if you want to log something, you can able to use the console.log. Okay. So basically, you need to bind HTML content from the JavaScript. How many ways? So if you want to bind the HTML content to the JavaScript, how many ways? Either in HTML or a document.write or alert or a console.log. Okay. So see here, same thing was explained here. So see here. So here I'm just using the inner HTML. The content is a div. Okay. So we are binding or not? We are binding the data. So VKC training. So simply I'm binding the VKC trainings. Okay. So next I'm just announcing, hope everybody know it. So from the May 1st, we're starting a new batch. The demos will be going on April last week. Okay. So anybody interested for the React.js to continue, let us know. So here I'm saying about a document.getElementById. Sir, if you want to understand a JavaScript, first you need to understand the 4 global objects. There are 4 global objects which rule the JavaScript. What are those? Anyone? So there are 4 global objects in the JavaScript. By using those global objects, we are dealing with a browser. We are dealing with a, or we are maintaining the interaction. There are 4 global objects. So please check this one. This is the first one is the window. So if you want to take the running notes, please take it. Otherwise, I will share you this document also. Okay. But don't be sit ideal. You will get a sleep. Okay. So please take it. So there are 4 global objects. First one is the window object. Second one is the document object. Next one is the location object. And the final one is the screen object. Okay, na team? Sir, what are these 4 global object and what is the purpose? Okay. See, some website was loaded here. Some website was loaded here. How it was loaded? Okay, for example, I'm constructing a home. Where I'm constructing? On the airport. So here my browser loads my content. Browser loads my web application. Yes or no? Okay, so browser is loading my web application. So how it was loaded? From where it was loaded? The browser web application is loaded on a top of a object, on a top of a placeholder, on a top of some content. Somebody is loaded. The somebody is nothing but a, simply we're saying about a document. So there are 4 global objects. So let me explain you. So here you can able to see the window, right? Everyone able to see the window, right? So please try to make interaction. So this is my window. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the window started from here. Don't be chat, just text. If you have any questions, chat. I can able to answer at the end. Okay. So here a window starting. Okay, na? So out of this 4 marks, I'm just marking your window. I'm just marking your window. So there are 4 global objects which maintain. There are 4 global objects which holding entire your DOM. So next, what is mean by DOM? Document object model. So here the first global object is the window. The first object is your window. So entire this is called your window. Window is the parent of all the objects. So next one is the, what is the next one, team? After window, document. So this is called your document. See the highlight from where to where I am highlighting. Okay. So next one is the location object. This is called your location object. So next one is the screen object. So here you can able to see something content, right, on the browser. This is called a screen object. So this is your window object, document object, location object, screen object. Window is the parent of all the global objects. Window is the parent of all the global objects. Okay. Na? So what is mean by document? So you are loading some content on the browser, that is called a document. So document will load the content. See, so let me go to the console. So if I say window, see, the entire window will be loaded. Okay. So window contain alert. You are writing some alert, alert, alert F25, right? So window is holding that one. So window will be hold all these parameters, on click, on change. Okay. Na? All attributes, all events will be holded by the window. So next window will be holding other 3 objects like window dot screen. So currently I'm using some screen, right? So these are the resolutions. 824 something resolutions you can able to see. Window dot screen. Okay. Na? So next I want to be know about that URL. So the URL is provided by the location object. Okay. So this is called your location object. Okay. So next window dot screen, window dot location, window dot document. Okay. So not only the window, you can able to access that directly if you want to access. So see here, background blue color is highlighting. That is your document. So document is a parent for your DOM. So that's what you are saying, the document object model. So here the document will be load the data as object. Sir, how many ways to deal with an element in the document? How many ways? So see here, document to dot get a element by ID, get element by class name, get element by name, get element by tag name. Okay, na? Get element by tag name. This is namespace. We are not using the real time. For example, I want to get the document by the tag. How many divs are there in my system? 46 divs. Out of these 46 divs, so let me take the 0th div. 0th is always a parent one. Okay, na? That inner HTML is equal to, let me say, VKC. Sir, what happened? My browser lost everything. Yes, boss. The document is an object is holding entire the document which you are seeing on the background. So for that one, at a 0th position, my root element is there. I am just changing the inner HTML. It was changed or not? Okay. Let it back means just refresh. It will be back. Clear? So in this document dealing, so how many ways? Document dot get element by ID, document dot get element by class name. Specifically, for example, this may have the specific class. See here, class text light. So I want to get a list of the element which are having the text light. Okay, document dot get element by class name. Class name will be give you the list. There are 6 items. So here 6 menus are there. Na? These 6 menus are having this text light class. So next, other than this document dot get element by, another 2 ways are there. Those are document dot query selector. What is that one? Query selector. So unlike in the document dot get element by ID, so here you need to be mention the type. So here you need to be mention the type. For example, my type is the ID. My type can be a class. My type can be a attribute. How to define the ID? By using the hash. So in the JavaScript, if you say hash, that is called ID. In the class, you need to be put a dot. Attribute, it is represented by the square braces. Clear? ID class attribute. So same thing, let me here. So document dot query selector dot, what is the class name? Text hyphen light. Light. How many are there? Basically 6 are there. But here you are getting the 1. The reason behind here it is query selector will be fetch only top item. So in this case, you need to use to get all the item query selector. Okay. So how many ways to get element, get a data or set data in a JavaScript? Get element by ID, get element by class name, get element by tag name, get element by namespace. These are the 4 for the get element. And there are 2 more. Query selector all. So let me go little, I mean, it's not about a fast. I'm just going the continuously because all these things we already seen in the regular sessions. I'm just giving a revision and making it as a webinar. Okay, na team, just to follow. Meantime, if you have a questions or any confusion point which you faced earlier or anything, just put in a chat. I will explain you. Okay, I will take a time at the end or middle. I will explain. Clear, right? How many ways? 6 ways. In the interview, they will ask how to get or set element data. So in the JavaScript, there are 6 ways are there. Get element by ID, get element by class name, get element by tag name, get elements by namespace. Namespace we are not using. Query selector. But how to bind the data in the JavaScript? The question in the React.js is the different by using interpolation or string binding. Okay, so these are the ways. Out of these 4 global object, document object fully deals about that. Next, you want to get this URL specific information. In the React.js, how you are getting the URL specific information? So in the React.js, either you can able to use the use location or use params. By using the use params React.js functional hook, you are getting or accessing this one. But instead, you want to access like a location dot data. What is the data? Here you can able to access host. Host is nothing but a domain. Amazon, Flipkart, whatever the domain. Tomorrow you are having the some ABC company, that domain. So next host provided by. So next href, next origin, next path name. This is my path. Next it is working on this okay team. So next screen. For example, you want to work with the different types of screen. So there you need to check the resolution screen. Okay. So next very important here you must understand this down. For example, sir, I'm learning a cyber security. So cyber security people are sick. Cyber security is nothing but cyber is nothing but software. For the software, you need to be provided security. Okay, without knowing the developer tools, nobody will not hack it. So just understand developer tools, so you can able to survive. If you understand JavaScript, you can able to survive right now nowadays. Hope you know your friends already shift on the JavaScript. Okay, we're having very good packages. Okay, so just understand this. Okay, so next let us continue. Clear, right? 4 objects. Okay, so how to add? Okay, just this was we discussed. Okay, so next, if you're taking the JavaScript, any programming, any scripting language, the programming language, first we need to understand what it contains. The entire JavaScript contains the statements. That's it. Statement is nothing but instruction. A statement is nothing but instruction. Okay, so for example, you are fully aware of JavaScript and you want to convert as a full stack developer. Go for the Python or go for the main stack, because almost the JavaScript was same as a Python, which are coming in the same year, almost in the, it was near to the year, almost the same. So what is mean by statement? So a JavaScript contains only statements, other than the statement, nothing. So what are those statements? The statements are nothing but variables, nothing but data types. So next, control flow, like a return, break, continue, throw, some exception handling, conditional statement, switch, try catch. Okay, so all this exceptional handling I will cover at the end. So just to go it. So next, after the variable, after the statements, conditional statements. So next you are having the functions and the classes. How many types of functions are there? What is a function? I will explain you. Okay, we'll see it. So next, iterator. So iterator, next other is nothing but a empty black. For example, debugger. Okay, na team. So if you want to debug, simply write a statement called debugger. Export and import. Okay. So next, one of the important feature of JavaScript in the recent year, modularity. Okay, I will explain this modularity after this data types. Okay, so let us start with the variable or data types. Okay, so what is a data type? So by this seminar, you can able to add a minimum 2 years experience on a JavaScript, because nobody will not ask other than this one. Okay, and nobody will not expect it in depth too much of knowledge. This is enough. Okay, so if I say data type, first you need to understand what is a data type. So a data type will define the type of a data. So for example, why we are using software applications? You need to understand the principle of software application. What is the principle of software application? The principle or why we are using, the answer here it is, to exchange the information electronically. Am I correct or not? For example, you want to be purchased an AC, air condition. What you will do? You will go to the nearest stores. You will check it. Okay, you will take so how much they are offering. Next you will go how much they are offering, and which are having the best features, so which is having the less power consumption, so which generate the less electricity. Okay, next which having the more features. Okay, so which having the this type of the things you are comparing. So same thing here also, that was implemented as a software application. The purpose of a software, it will be reduce the human effort. So keep on this mind. So everybody try to hurry about to complete their job. Okay, don't be complete the job, understand the technology. Then you can able to play with it. Okay, so here the purpose of a data type simply, what is the purpose? For example, you need to be travel. Okay, to a 2 kilometers. How you can able to travel? By bike, by bus, by something else. Okay, na team. So after 2 kilometers, there is a air condition shop is there. That's it. Okay. So here I want to be send or I want to be see the content in the air conditioner shop. You need to visit physically. But here in the software application, an application is created there. You can able to see it. But where is that application was hosted? You know, right? It can be hosted in the Bangalore, Chennai, or it is in Hyderabad. You know, the cyber towers. Almost I'm saying this cyber towers is the database center only. So either it can be hosted in the USA, UK, Australia. Okay, but my destination was in Australia. The information in the Australia, how I can able to go? You will go nothing. So this data type will be the data carrier. Clear? So data type will carry the data from database to middleware and middleware to UI. Within the UI, if you want to manipulate, you must know about this one. So in the three-tier architecture, here you are having the user interface. So in that three-tier architecture, here you are having the user interface. In the user interface to middleware, the middleware or server side will be hosted, for example, in the US. So my UI, my desktop on the India. Okay, now how it will be travel? So next the database. Okay, the database they can able to keep on a California. So from the database to middleware, somebody has to be carried, just like a postman. Postman is carrying the information from one place to another place. Now the information is traveling over the flight. So next this information bounded to the UI. Okay, so in this process, information or content is traveling. Who is the traveler? Who will take that responsibility in the programming language? Who will take a responsibility to send data from one place to another place? That is by using the data type. So a data type will be define the type of a variable. Okay, na? So in your computer keyboard, how many types are there? Two types, either numbers or strings. So in the real time, there are two data types only, either numbers or a string. For example, you are saying yes. Yes means yes, a string. So simply this yes, instead of the 3 characters to be stored, we are saying it as a boolean. Boolean is nothing but a true or false. Boolean is nothing but a true or false. Okay, so simply true or false. So number is nothing but number 0 to 1, 0 to 9, sorry, 0 to 9. Okay, so again numbers are calculated as How many types of numbers are there? Can anyone tell me the number types? Already explained earlier in the session. So number types are decimal, binary. First one is the binary, decimal, octal, binary, octal, decimal, hexadecimal. Okay, na? 4 systems are there. Out of this 4 number system, we are using the decimal system. Decimal is nothing but into flow to double complex numbers and exponential number. These 5 types of numbers are called number data types. Okay, so almost other than the Java, I can able to teach .NET, Python. So because of this one, I can able to give end-to-end knowledge. Okay, so how many? 4 systems are there, number system. Okay, if you are using the data science applications, there you are using the different system complex, or else a binary system, or else a hexadecimal system. Okay, out of this number system, web application follows the into flow to double only, because in the computer that is only, right, 0 to 9. Okay, either if you want to send like a dots, so 10 rupees 10 paisa, simply you can able to go for the float. So next, a group of characters is nothing but a string. So now we are having the 2 data types. So one is the number, one is the string. If you say yes or no, that is nothing but a boolean. Okay, so these data types, we are simply representing an object. What is mean by object? Object hold the data in the form of a key and value pair. For example, if I am asking you, can you explain me yourself? So if I am asking, for example, Sindhu, can you please explain? So how she can able to say, sir, my name is Sindhu, name Sindhu, gender female, phone number, double nine double nine double. So email address sindhu@gmail.com. Such a data is called object type data type. Object type data. So next, what is an array? For example, here I'm having some attendees. If I want to talk with attendees, so attendee one, for example, Akaya. So Akaya, name, email, gender. So next, person two. So Raghavendra name, email, gender. So a group of data is represented by the array. So okay, so in the real time, when you need to be use an array, when you need to be use an object, the difference is if you are specifically talking an item, if you are specifically talking an object, okay, if you are specifically talking an item, specifically an order, a person, specific in the nature, simply object. So it is the collection, it is an array. And in the ECMAScript 6, we are having a class. Okay, I will show you that class definition. So out of these data types, in the JavaScript, there are 3 ways to create. One is the var let constant. So one is the var. So var let constant. Var was from the JavaScript 1 version, but let and constant are introduced in the JavaScript. So simply we are saying about ES6. Okay, so what is the purpose of this ES6? Let and constant. The main purpose of let and constant for the block scope. Okay, so now I will explain about a variable scope. So everyone please be clear on this one. So damn sure questions in the interview, and you must know this scope of a variable. Okay. So next, JavaScript type safety is not there. For example, here, so let name is equal to VKC. In the next line, if I say name is equal to number, it will be work. So because JavaScript is a dynamically typed programming language, scripting language, there is no specific data type. Why so? Because JavaScript was developed very lightweight. Why so lightweight? Already explained at the starting. To consume less memory. To check any data type, here a type of a key variable. Okay. So let us see here. So in this example, okay. So see this example. So something here scripting here it is there, right? So let me say, so var name is equal to, so let me say var full name is equal to this. Okay. So full name is equal to, so 997989539705. Okay, so this is the number you can able to connect me anytime. So to check data type, how I can able to check? Okay, so to check data type, to check data type by using type of. Okay, by using the type. So let me say document dot write. So here let me say type of full name. What is the type of full name? So it is a number, but it's a number. So that is the dynamically type. We don't have that. Sir, dynamically type, we don't have any issue. That's what Microsoft come up with approach is called. Anyone? What is the Microsoft come up with approach? TypeScript. So instead of the JavaScript, simply it is the TypeScript. TypeScript. So in the TypeScript, you are going to be define a specific data type like a number, specific data type like a string, and a specific type of data like a Boolean. Okay, na? But ultimately the TypeScript is a superscript of a JavaScript. So finally, once you compile the code using a compiler, it will be converted to the JavaScript. That's it. Nothing. The TypeScript finally will be converted to the JavaScript. Okay, because browser understand JavaScript. Okay. So next, if I say scope of a variable, can you tell me how many scopes are there? And make it as interact. Just it is right or wrong. Just unmute everyone. So how many types of scopes?
2 types.
Block level.
Local.
Local and global.
Local or global. Okay. So there are 4 types of scopes are there, but your answer is perfect. So let me go in depth of understand end to end. There are 4 scopes are there. One is the global, local, block scope, and modularity. Module scope. Okay. So module scope. So a scope of a variable, there are 4 scopes are there. Global scope, local, you can able to say functional scope. Okay. So here it is. So global scope, module scope, functional local scope, or additional scope, that is by using the block scope. Sir, which are the block scope? Let and constant. Okay, clear, right? Tomorrow in the interview, they're asking a question. Give this answer. End-to-end answer, full-fledged answer, like a full meals. Okay. So under how you need to answer. So just they say okay, okay. Until they said like okay, don't we stop the answer. Okay. So what is the scope means? Just the question in the interview, what is the variable scope? So the scope of a variable defined by the position of a declaration in the JavaScript. And you are trying to stop the answer. Don't be try stop it. If you want to get 40 lakhs, 30 lakhs, you should be answer more. There are 4 scopes. One is the global scope, module scope, function scope, or local scope, and the additional scope, which is the block scope. This block scope was introduced in the ECMAScript 6. Module scope also in the ECMAScript 6. So let me explain you global scope variable. So which is the global variable? By default, a variable which is created in the window is called global. Okay. Na? So window is the parent object, right? Okay. For example, you are creating any variable. Window dot first name. First name. Okay. So or else window dot let me say short name. So if I say window dot short name, simply we can see. So now what is the scope? This is the global scope. A global scope variable you can able to access anywhere within other HTML also. In other HTML also you can able to use it because it is a global scope. Next, undefined variables. So here you are defined a variable like a full name, right? So see here. So see here. So let me say email is equal to k@gmail.com. Okay. So what is the scope of this email? What is the scope of this email? Now the scope of a variable is the global scope. Why? You are not declared by using the var. Okay, so you are not declared either creating a variable within the outside of the function or creating a variable with window dot something or creating a variable without a var let constants or become a global scopes. Okay, so now let me create a function test email. So now I'm going to be create sorry, see here, I'm going to be call this a function from here, but this variable is where it is inside of a function, right? So now let me say a alert of email. If I get undefined, this email is become a local scope variable. If it is getting a k@gmail.com, then this variable is become which is scope k@gmail.com. Are you getting the alert or not? So because declaring a variable without a var let a constant or become a global scope. Clear? Everyone, global scope.
Yes.
So here I'm adding this email, but here I'm trying to be consume. Okay, but if you're able to try to consume, sorry, you are calling a function inside of another, or it is calling or not, where is this variable? This is inside of one function, you are expecting in another function. Okay, so that is called simply global scope. So next module scope. So maybe I think everyone is listening this module scope first time. Am I correct? Everyone who is attending this one, you are listening this module scope is the first time, I'm guarantee. So because this is not a new concept, it's a new concept, but we are not frequently using, but we are using also sometimes we are not a point. So this modularity is nothing but now I'm telling you, in the Python, you are creating a separate Python file is nothing but a module. So module is nothing but a namespace. In the .NET, you are creating a DLL file. Okay. So in the Java, you are creating a jar file that is called a package. A package is nothing but a module. Am I correct or not? Hope you hear .NET, Java, Python people are there, right? So package or a jar or a library is nothing but a module. So there you are going to be export that module and import here. That's it. So JavaScript, your modern JavaScript follows the concept of modularity. A module is nothing but you must create a JavaScript file. See here, in my situation, in our current React JS application services, storage, auth service. So in the auth service, authentication service, here we created as a authentication. So next contact service, we are creating API calls. So here I'm creating API calls and you need to be call this function. Yes, if you want to call this function, first the function must be export. That's it. So now each JavaScript file becomes a module. So this modularity concept same as a Python. Okay, na? So in the case of the modularity, you must export this module and this exported module you can able to import in the feature file. See, here you are importing. So this is called a module. Module. JavaScript modules. JavaScript module is nothing but you are creating a JS file. One JS file data are the variables. JavaScript variables are functions you can able to utilize in other. That's it. So in the context service, if I say constant name is equal to VKC, I'm just saying, can I able to get this name in the facility service? So let me try to get this name. Can I get or not? Name. I'm not getting. Okay. So in which case I need to be get? Let me say full name. So name is a predefined keyword. So until you need to be export, you can't able to use. Simply say like export. So the export variable, you can able to export constant. You can able to use and import. So now here you can able to say full name. See, the full name is coming from the context service. Okay, clear? So this is called modularity. So every day you are working in a React JS application or Angular application. There you are creating variables, export and import. Wherever you are doing export and import, simply it is calling as a modularity. Clear? So next, local scope. What is mean by local scope? So if you are creating a variable within a function is called a local scope or function scope. So now I'm texting you. I'm just testing you. For example, where full name Krishna. Okay, so let me say where full name Chaitanya. Okay, na team. So now here let full name fu full name. So now tell me what is the output of full name? It is Krishna or Chaitanya. What is the output here? What we will get?
Krishna.
Everyone, please unmute. Make it as interaction.
Yeah, Krishna.
Krishna, na? Why so?
That full name is
So let me refresh. Okay, so whatever it is Krishna, in the next line I'm saying about a full name. So now I'm getting this a full name. Okay, Krishna. So now I'm doing here, this is where, right? So now I'm just removing this where here. Now tell me, for example, next team, the current batch. Once I forget to inform you. So once our batch is completed, so don't be go for I mean you can able to go for the interview and whatever it is you can able to say like a clap. Don't be clap. Go for exams. Okay, so there is a website called Great Learning website. I'm almost informing to everyone. Basic, mid, and advanced. Okay, complete the certifications. There, these type of questions will be asked. Now tell me what is the output of full name?
Chaitanya.
In terms of script, Chaitanya. So now tell me, I'm just removing the where here also. But here I'm adding a where. Now tell me, Krishna or Chaitanya? Yes, you can able to add Raghavendra, Sai,
Chaitanya.
Ravi, Rajeshri. It is right or wrong, I don't have any issue. Just add the thought.
Krishna.
Chaitanya.
Okay. So next. So this type of question, nothing confusion. So here you are creating a variable, but the scope of the variable local scope. Because of the scope, you are not getting outside here. That's it. Because of scope, you are not getting. That's it. So next, specifically you want to use here. You can able to use let. So this let was introduced in. Okay. See here. So let. So let you can able to use where? In which cases you can able to use the let? Either global scope also you can able to use, blank scope also you can able to use. Okay, but the main purpose of a let will not support hosting. So let will not support hosting and let will not and let is specifically for black scope and let will not support hosting. Okay, so constant, what is the difference between the let and constant? Constant for to create a declare a constant variable. So now let us discussing about what is the hosting. Okay, so already explain you. For example, full name is equal to already I just assign the full name on the top. Now where full name? Is it possible? So nothing but there is a movie in Telugu. Sir, why exams are first make it as IAS, IPS, later put exams. Am I correct? First make us as IAS, IPS, later you can able to put exams. This is same situation. Line number 5, you are declaring a variable. Line number 9, you are trying to consume declaring a variable. The assignment can be done before the declaration is called hosting. So can I call this a function before it will work or not? Can I call this function before? See, it is working. But the function was called before the function creation. This is called hosting. So in the JavaScript, where keyword and function keyword only support the hosting means. So you can able to call that one before the what? Declaration. Okay, able to see that, Krishna? Yes. Got it? Got it my point? See, first I assign the name called Krishna. But After the Krishna, I just creating this variable, but this will not become undefined. Okay, still you can able to see the name called Krishna. Okay, so once the code was compiled into the browser by the just-in-time compiler, what it will do, right? The variables and the functions, the creation will become in the top priority, but you can't able to see. So later the definitions and assignments will be come. Definition of the, so here, so first declaration will become, that is the default feature of a JavaScript. But is this correct? So feature can be correct in some situations, feature cannot be some situations. So in this purpose, see here, nothing was firing, right? Because it is failing, system is failing. That's what you are not seeing the alert. Okay, go to the console. So cannot access the full name before initialization, because now full name is what type of variable? Let defined variable. A let is a hoisting. Let will not support hoisting. Clear, right? What is meant by hoisting? Hoisting is nothing but a consuming or assigning data to a variable or calling a function before the declaration. Okay. Clear? So next, clear? Any questions on this hoisting? Okay. But it is a feature, advantage or disadvantage. Sorry, it is not advantage or not disadvantage. It's a feature. Just in the initial JavaScript, they are given and saying as to make it as a lightweight. First, you can able to assign the data, later declare. But once you assign a declaration, it will not get rid of previous data. It will still be holded, because these declarations will be go first and then an assignment will be come next. So next, in this JavaScript data types, so there are two data types. One is the object data type, already we discussed. Okay, so in the object data type, there are two ways to be created. One is the literal way, second one is the object way. Literal is nothing but a braces, object is nothing but a new object keyword. So array also, how many ways to create an array? Two ways. One is literal way, second one is the object. Literal is nothing but a square braces. Object is nothing but a new array. Okay, so here if you are creating an object, you must follow some rules. Not only this object, if you want to create a variable, you need to be follow some rules. What are those rules? Any variable, it should be a camel case. Camel is nothing but, you know, camel, right? Okay, how the camel? Okay, so this is nothing but lower to, sorry, lower to upper. So Pascal is nothing but a starts with alphabet. Okay, so next, any special characters was not used to create a variable. Underscore is a allowed. Underscore is nothing but if you want to create a local variable. Okay, same here also some rules, same, the key should be a string. So so the key should be unique. The key should be create either single quote or a double quote. Okay, Trinity. So if you want to access, how to access an object, for example, this is my object. Okay, so this is my user menu is my object. Menu dot home, menu dot courses, menu dot about us. So by the way, you can able to access. So if you want to update also, how to update? Object name dot key is equal to some value. Okay, clear? So this is about a object. So let me create a other session, other video on this one from this area.